Where are you going, Holmes? Have you been invited somewhere?
We have been invited, Watson.
We have. Where to?
To the Baker Street Irregulars' annual dinner. They sent us an invitation. It is on the table.
A dinner? How could those street
Kawaii.
urchins afford anything like that? I can't understand your interest in them, Holmes. They're dirty. They wouldn't hesitate to steal your wallet.
Watson, you should be excited. It is a secret dinner. Its location changes every year. Read the menu. Sounds mouth-watering.
All right. We, the secret police of Baker Street, invite you, Sherlock Holmes, and Dr. Watson to our annual dinner. Menu, entree, frozen rat head salad. Is this a joke?
Not at all. Pray continue.
Main course, sow's udder in Danny Nutcracker's way. Sounds disgusting, Holmes. Hedgehog goulash. Street turnips in homemade juice. And it goes on.
Ah, I can hear them on the stairs now.
Oh, we can't go there. We can't eat that.
Watson, you'll hurt the feelings of those poor children. We have to go.
Oh, Mr. Holmes.
It is fine, Mrs. Hudson.
Mr. Holmes!
Wiggins, Dr. Watson is getting ready. He will be delighted to join us. You don't look well, my young man. Is there something wrong? Don't tell me the dinner is cancelled.
Mr. Holmes, it's my brother Leighton. He's in a prison cell. They say he's killed 2 men. You have to help us, Mr. Holmes, 'cause I know he didn't do it.
Where is he now?
From what I've heard, they took him to the yard, and they gave him a good beating already. You know what they're like. They'll hang him. They won't look any further.
Holmes, we have to help him.
And forget about
食
the
事会を
dinner.
やめろっつって
Wiggins, I'll take the case.
You're fantastic, Mr. Holmes. I'll be waiting for you at the crime scene. You'll be there, right? It's on Half Moon Street in Whitechapel.
Very well.
Holmes, poor little Wiggins needs our help.
さっきまでなんかそっか食事会そんな行きたくなかったホワイトチャペルあたりはスラム街だったらしいので全然違いますねあこっちがエリアの終わりか
Locked.
ここかあーこれは怖い結構暗いですねてか街灯一個もないんいやあんのかメインストリートにはあるかな一応スラム街でも街灯はあるのかな
Please, gentlemen, leave the scene now. Oh, Mr. Holmes, is that you?
Good evening, Constable...
Constable Marrow. I was here with Inspector Aberline during the Ripper case, Mr. Holmes, back in '88. But then this is nothing like that case. With this one, we've got the murderer, the weapon, and the statements, which speak for themselves.
Of course,
ネ
Mara.
ズミが
But you know that appearances can sometimes be deceiving.
被害者について
Who were the victims?
The 2 men here, both shot. The stabbed fellow was Brian Vercotti, a well-known ruffian. The other, Kenneth Butler, a jeweller by trade.
犯罪者と宝石商目撃者について
You spoke of statements. You have witnesses?
Well, I was there, so I gave my own statement. And then there were 2 other witnesses who said they saw the killer Chapman. Mr. Turner, a gentleman who lives in that flat over there. And Polly Powell, a flower seller, who was over at the far side of the street.
こんな暗くて見えるかな証言
So, Constable Marrow, I should be delighted to hear your testimony.
I was standing at the north side of Half Moon Street. That was the side that you came from.
But you would have been unable to observe this part of the street, where we are standing now.
That is correct. but I saw the two victims slowly enter Half Moon Street, and then shortly after, the fireworks started. A few minutes after that, the fellow Chapman rushed towards me and ran into Half Moon Street.
Please continue.
I didn't pay attention, but suddenly I heard a woman's cries and police whistles on the other side of Half Moon Street. I rushed over there and I saw the two dead bodies on the ground. When I reached Whitechapel Street, I saw Leighton Chapman. He'd been caught by two police constables.
銃声について。
Did you hear the shots?
I didn't hear any shots. The fireworks were all over the sky. They were so loud I couldn't hear anything else.
花火について。
What were the fireworks in honor of, Constable?
Well, today's Queen Victoria's birthday, Mr. Holmes.
Yes, I appear to have lost track of the days. It is May now, of course.
ハーフムーン通りの詳細について。
Constable Marrow, what else caught your attention while you were running through Half Moon Street?
I saw nothing but rats, and I took the time to light every corner with my lamp.
ターナー氏の窓について。
Did you happen to look up at Mr. Turner's window when you were on Half Moon Street at that time?
Yes, I saw that the window was open, but no one was there. It was dark in the room.
怪しい。
Constable, your statements have been of great value to me.
これは宝石商の人かな。
This is an ordinary key. I wonder what kind of door it opens. The bullet struck his head. This man didn't stand a chance.
普通に調べられるのこのくらいかな。じゃあホームズアイを発動しよう。木のかけら。
A piece of wood that has stuck between the cobblestones. Let us take a closer look.
なんだろう。
This shard of wood is quite new.
なんか有名な悪党さんはどうなんだろ
He tried to stop the bleeding with his hand. Death was not instant. The bullet penetrated his stomach, a dreadful wound. A tattoo from Westgate Prison. Vacotti must have done some time there. Brian Vacotti suffered greatly. What a terrible way to die.
う。
A fairly long pole with a forked end. A fairly
Mondo.
long pole with a forked end.
いっぱい張り紙されてる。サーカスとか。さっき開かなかった扉にこの鍵が使えるか気になりますが、先にターナさん悪そうな感じだ
Good
ね。
evening, Mr. Turner.
I heard Constable Marrow reply to you as Mr. Holmes. Are you that detective gentleman? I've heard of you. And well, I know things about this evening.
Excellent. Might we hear your story?
観察していきます。そう、カメラ目線じゃん。クリミア戦争。ボタンがちょいちょいない。 戦争で負傷したのかな。証言を聞きましょう。
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
I was already in bed when the fireworks started. A few moments after, I clearly heard 2 gunshots from outside.
Please continue.
I quickly got up and I grabbed the lamp from my nightstand and I rushed towards the window. I looked down and I saw 2 bodies. And there was a man with a gun who was standing nearby.
Where exactly?
Well, near this body.
Did he notice you?
I don't think so. He rushed towards Whitechapel Street without looking around.
なんか巡査の証言とちょっと食い違う気がしますが、他の人物。
Mr. Turner, did you see anyone else in the street?
No, I saw no one but that man, the murderer, the fellow they caught.
2発の独特の銃声。
Were the 2 shots you heard consecutive?
Yes, there was a very short pause between them, and they sounded different somehow. It seemed to me that the second shot was louder than the first.
That is an interesting comment.
逃走の後。
Mr. Turner, what were your actions after you stepped up to the window?
I was afraid that the man with a gun might return, so I stayed close to the window till I saw the policeman coming in the Half Moon from Whitechapel. Then I walked out to tell them everything I saw.
You have helped us a great deal, Mr. Turner.
ターナー氏の足は弱い。謎の木のかけら。謎の鍵。ターナーさん。ライアン・ターナーは60歳くらいの男性。クリミア戦争の退役軍人で、本人はこのことをとても誇りに思っている。戦争で足を負傷したと思われ、いつもビッグを引いて歩いている。ターナー氏は貧しい生活を送っている。そうだね、巡査は窓のそばには誰も見なかったって言ってたけど、ターナーさんはランプ持って窓のそばに行ったって言ってた気がしますけど。食い違う陳述。ターナー氏は警察が到着するまでずっと窓のそばにいたと述べた。しかしマロー巡査は窓のそばには誰も見なかった。彼らの陳述は食い違っている。ターナーのアパートを調べるって出ましたね。入れてくれんか。証言の矛盾。
You have stated that you remained close by your window after the crime, is that correct?
Oh, yes, Mr. Holmes. I stayed at my window until the policeman arrived to examine the dead bodies.
That is very interesting, Mr. Turner. Constable Marrow stated that he did not see anyone at the window when he was running through Half Moon Street.
Well, I think Constable Marrow and me, we might have been distracted by the whistles and shouts coming from Whitechapel. We could have missed each other somehow. You understand what I mean? It was a bit of a stressful moment, to tell you the truth, sir.
Allow me to form my own theories, Mr. Turner. Would you mind showing me the view that you had from your window?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. Please, follow me.
Mr. Turner appears to live very modestly.
ちょっとなんか乗っちゃった。ホームズさん。
The books on this shelf are in a mess. It looks as though Mr. Turner was trying to find something in a hurry here a short while ago.
壁紙とかむちゃくちゃですね。お、
A perfect match. So, Mr. Turner broke his stick when it became stuck between the cobblestones. He did not mention that he was so near to the victims.
ネ 寝てたって言ってた。
Mr. Turner was roused from his bed by the sound of gunshots.
絨毯引いたりするような余裕はあるみたいですね。質素だけど十分。
This kitchen knife is quite sharp.
紙？
There are pieces of shredded paper scattered over the table. His kitchen knife was used to cut the paper.
うん。
Anything else you would like to know, Mr. Holmes?
少々お待ちを。
So, that's the view Mr. Turner had
Watson
when he
ka.
opened the window. Brian Vercotti's contorted corpse.
このライトとかは多分警察が現場検証するために持ってきたんだと思うんで、普段はないとしてもまあ上からちょっと月夜は入ってくるのかな。
The dead body of Kenneth Butler. Mr. Turner had a perfect view of the crime scene. He saw the bodies clearly, and Leighton Chapman standing over them.
右下でちょろちょろしてんのウィギンズくんか。何かと思ったわ。
Anything else you would like to know, Mr. Holmes?
うん。他にはないのかな。証拠見てみましょうか。ターナー氏はその間ずっと窓のそばに立っていたと話した。だがマロー巡査の報告ではターナー氏の窓は暗かったらしい。うん。暖炉。
This fire is dying out. It was last tended to over an hour ago.
あー、なんか紙切ってたって言ってたか、燃やした後とかあるかな。うん。ほら、だからちゃんと燃やさないとダメだって
The
言っ
papers
た。
are almost entirely
Oh.
burned. I am unable to see what's written here.
ちゃんと燃えてた。
These words are illegible. The papers were thrown into the fire just a short while ago.
うん。 うんうん。 ベッドから起き上がって窓を開けて、窓開けてくれんか。で死体に近づいて何かを取って、俺たつ違うね、違う違う、こっち折れた杖を置いて髪を切って燃やしたかな。ベッドから起きる、窓を開ける、こりゃ大変じゃって下に降りてなんか取る、で杖降りたからしまう、でなんか拾ったやつを細かく切ってで燃やす。
So Mr. Turner used a book to hide an object that he found on Kenneth Butler's body. The question is, what did he find?
うん。
I can see prints from greasy fingers upon the cover of this book. Let us take a closer look.
あれ、これ白芸なんだろう。
Well now, what a
もう
find.
めっちゃ
A
し
precious
まう用の
jewel
なんかあるやん。
concealed inside a book.
宝石商って言ってましたもんね。もうジャストで。ああ、なるほど。これを隠すように切ってたのか。本を。
A bracelet
なるほどね。
with unique ram's head design. A distinctive feature of ancient Grecian artifacts, probably of the Hellenistic era.
ターナー氏のアパートで見つけた金の骨董の腕飾り。特徴ある羊が装飾してある。うん。あとは足のこととかを聞いてみましょう。的へ移動する。
Mr. Turner, how would it be possible for a man of advanced years, such as yourself, to rush from his bed to the window in a matter of seconds, as you have stated?
Well, I'm able to move very quickly despite my age. And when the situation requires it, Mr. Holmes.
足を
I
痛め
highly
てま
doubt
すね。
that, Mr. Turner. I observe that you suffer a severe limp due to your injured right leg. It would have taken at least 10 seconds for you to approach the window. That means you could have easily missed something or someone in Half Moon Street during that time.
You're right, Mr. Holmes. I could have missed something. But it did seem to me that everything happened so quickly. Oh, time can pull tricks on you.
真相について。
And what of everything else that you told us? Mr. Turner, it is vital that we have your complete and true statement.
Mr. Holmes, I do assure you that the other things I said were most sincere.
何の偽りもない。腕飾りか矛盾か。腕飾りかな。
Mr. Turner, you were not sincere with me. Not then and not now.
But Mr. Holmes...
This, Mr. Turner, does not look like anything that a poor man might possess. It is worth more than the home that you live in.
I can explain.
No, merely correct me if I am wrong. You saw Leighton Chapman through the window, but you also noticed a glittering object on the ground, this precious jewel. You walked down and took the bracelet from the body of Kenneth Butler, and when you heard the whistles, you hurried away. That broke your walking stick. It caught fast between the cobbles. Constable Marrow was unable to see you in the window as you were climbing up the stairs on your way back to your flat. Upon returning home, you hid the precious jewel inside a book.
Mr. Holmes, please don't send me to prison. I didn't do anything bad. I'm just a poor man.
殺し
When
た
I
わけ
chanced
で
to
は
put
な
the
いですね。
bracelet, I saw it as an opportunity to make a little money. I was desperate. I only took the bracelet, that's all, I swear.
You made a mistake by lying to me. But you are not a criminal. I believe that. Although I must return this bracelet to its rightful owner.
これでお兄ちゃんがやったっていう証言は覆せるのかなと思います。
That's why it's better to stay at home at night.
ということでまた次回続けていきましょう。それでは。